Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kun Sule.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, good Sule, Pat Sương.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Fine.
While we waiting, we just try to get everybody acknowledge what the document or report you issued.
Yes,
And
Kak.
this is one of it.
Yes, Kak.
Good morning คุณสุชาติ
Good morning ครับคุณ Anthony
คุณ
Yani.
Good morning, Kun Anthony and Kun Inya.
Good morning คุณสุเรศ
Morning, good Anthony, Peter. Raining.
Kun Suchat, can I check with you today agenda because it was a short notice meeting. I have Kumar, I have Kun Yannick, Tony is joining as well. May I know what's the agenda for today?
Tony reply. I saw from the return email. Is he in the meeting?
Sorry?
Kun Tony. He
Yeah,
reply from my
yeah,
invitation.
Yep. I think he's joining the call soon. But today call will be for the kitchen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Our agenda, we think that after the report were issued, we expect Accor and the owner need some suggestion from all related parties. So we may discuss on this workshop for getting conclusion from the report to
Okay,
let
sure.
triad work further.
All right.
You are the MC of this meeting. Can you show what you expect step by step, please?
Sorry, Kun Suchat, you asked me, right? I couldn't hear you clearly.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Now
this
is
report were issued and expect the comment from each
okay.
participant and need to make your move further from this conclusion on this workshop.
Yeah. Okay. So, as I explained during our project meeting, that we had two parts report. We had submitted report in two parts. One we call is a general facilities and the kitchen finishes. So that is a general comment about the floor, about the ceiling, about the light, about the ventilation. So for example, if I go X section, hood, most of the hood in the kitchen doesn't have a fresh air supply. And what that means is even we have a air condition, it will be completely inefficient because it will be taking out too much of air conditioned air. The light bulb also not enough brightness. It's not like a vapor-proof detail. Also, the new hood would have a UV or electrostatic, the filter. So this is when we do new design. What you see, the improvement on the right side, that is what we would recommend. So this is one example of exhaust hood. Then if we go to the next page, Kun Suchat, or any other, who is sharing the screen, Kun Suchat, or?
Yeah, you are free to share.
Yeah, okay, so maybe it's better that if I share, then I can easily scroll through.
สวัสดีครับพี่พิน
ไปอีกหน้าหนึ่งมา ไปอีกช่องก็10 โมงโอเค
เข้า10 โมงมันมีอีกลิงก์หนึ่งฮัลโหลวันนี้จะเป็นพวก
แม่บ้านยังไม่มา
We start one by one, and then, if there is a comment, we take it, or later on, Echo team, hotel operation, owners team can provide a comment on the next column. So for example, we start with a ceiling. So when we redesign, we would recommend to have a proper ceiling, whether we do a metal ceiling or a calcium silicate. We can discuss, depend on the budget and depend on the areas. Wall bumper, corner guard. So that is another thing we would recommend. The drainage, we understand that in the corridor, it's open corridor and the drainage, but I think we need a substantial improvement for the drainage there. Also, some of the floor, there is a ramp or a step, so we recommend that to improve. The electrical exposed wire, obviously when we do rework, then all the conduits would be embedded. Electrical sockets, should be waterproof or IP protection. Lighting in the service corridor, also the water pipe or drain pipe. So this is, nothing new because the property is whatever 30 years old, and many things must have changed over the period of time. So it's time to redo all those things properly. So then we are good for next 15 years, whether it's a gas pipe, whether it's, floor drainages, with the sieve basket, order trap, anti-slip grating, some area there are a grease trap below sink, not all area, but only few kitchen. Like we talk about the receiving area, so this will be a part of our new design with the air curtain, the closed zone. There are also some general comment about operation that, for example, the ice currently is not produced in-house. There may be a commercial reason, there may be another logistic reason, but in our opinion, we should produce ice in-house just for the safety and, quality control reason. But that will be a point, where operation can say yes or no. Some of the flow drain in the kitchen are just like a clean out drain, not a big size drain. So when we renovate, we should have a proper drainage, and again that relates to whether we can do in the current slab or not, because that will need some hacking of the slab. Whether we can do coring, because some kitchen may be sitting just on the floor level, some may have a void below. So that I would like to understand from hotel team, engineering team, and structure team as well. The floor in many areas are slippery or broken, so we recommend to do a seamless PU floor or a anti-slip tiles. The air conditioning, obviously in the new kitchen, it should be, or it would be properly, designed air conditioning system, water pipe. So then this comment now from the general, it becomes a very specific to each area what we have found. And, electrical wires, the conduit, There is some, in a wing A, there was a gas cylinder inside the kitchen area, which we don't recommend from the safety reason. So as a part of new design, I believe most of the area, the concern would be addressed. This is just to get a general, comment from the team, or anything you would like to add from the owner side or from the hotel operation side, if we have missed out anything or we should be aware.
The kitchen side, I mean, you touched on the ventilation, the lighting, the drainage, it's perfect. That's fantastic. From the kitchen side, operationally wise, all improved.
Sorry, sure. Yeah.
Sorry, I talk fast. No, everything is beautiful, man, from the ventilation and the improved lighting, the gas fixes, the drainage, complete drainage system looks amazingly 10,000 times better.
Yeah, so I think if we all in general agree, we can always comment later on when we are doing the detailed drawing, and obviously we will review with you and the whole project team. Couple of questions I would like to ask Khun Suchat's team and hotels team. For example, the cold room, most of the cold room now, current cold room has a step up. So we would like to get this recess or flush with the corridor or with the kitchen level. And I don't know whether we would be able to top up the floor area where we have a cold rooms to bring it to same level, or we can hack part of it. At least we need 100 mm recess to get it flush, And when I say that, it means, let me open the drawing so we can look at.
While looking at that, AJ,
Yeah,
hi. There's a couple of points that comes to my mind is wood in the kitchen. I don't see many places, but I think there is a few areas like the room service and few of the where wood should not be present inside the kitchen. We can look at that.
wood, right?
Wood.
Yeah. When we do new design, obviously, whether it's a door or shelving, there should no wood in the kitchen, even in a bakery.
Minimal. There's not a lot of places. There's only a few places.
Yeah.
That's something. And second thing, lighting. I think you've covered. Ventilation. I think you've covered that. So just have a look at the ventilation, please. If you're going to isolate kitchens with doors and then have covered areas, then we need to make sure there's enough ventilation in the kitchen. Right now, it is not the best ideal place.
Right. So.
And third is the flooring. When you say the tiles have to be replaced, I agree. But is that, I think there's enough ceiling height where you don't need to probably hack them. I don't know. I'm not sure. The project team have to look at that. You probably put over it.
Right. Yeah. There is enough ceiling height. I agree with you. There are couple of things when we raise the floor. We might. And I was going to share the drawing. I think it would be better. So, for example, in wing A, where we have receiving and cold room area and preparation area, this has a lot of cold room. So let's say just for this area, if we could raise by another 50 mm, because the existing slab sits on the tile or whatever. Once we remove the screed and tiles and everything, we would get about 50 mm. And we raise another 50 mm, then I get proper flush cold rooms and prep area in this area without any big implication on the cost or a structure and also the ramps. Now, when it comes to main kitchen, is same thing, because once we start reconfiguring the kitchen, some of the flow drain location will change. Or we will try to use as much as possible, because we are going to overlay new design with the existing design and try to maximize the use of existing drain and flow drain the location, so we don't have to do a major structural changes or modification. But I understand that there is a void below here, right? So I think the coring new drainage position may be possible, but that I would like something hotel team or a meet team to answer us.
เขาบอกถ้าขอลิงแล้วเดินท่อได้ไหมตรงนี้
มันได้
มันติดดินแค่ไหน
มีได้อยู่ได้อยู่
Yes, you are right today. There's some space that you can calling and make some new piping.
Okay, so that is a good news. And then I think we can probably, you know, or we have more flexibility, let's put it that way, to readjust the rooms and the drainage point. So cold room recess, are we agreeing that this area where the receiving and prep area, we should be able to raise by 50 mm at least?
In terms of
มีวันเม็ดไม่กว่าพื้นข้างล่างพื้นที่ว่างได้
the level, you make to make the level properly.
Yeah, because currently the cold rooms have a steps.
Yeah.
So since we are doing a proper preparation commissary area, there will be a lot of GN trolleys movement in and out from the cold room, the moving the food material. So we like to get this whole area, inside, outside of the cold room, the corridor, everything on a same level. So here, it's same level. And that we can achieve. If we,
Yeah, I think it's possible to make the new level corridor,
okay.
and at the same time you can sunk the whole room to make level close to what you expect.
Okay, sir. So that is a very good news. Thank you.
Let me interrupt a little bit. Yes, Kun Suret, how high we want to top up?
I think only 5 centimeter, Kun Prapin.
Oh, that's okay. But we cannot sink down, because underneath is like
Right.
this is the real, underneath is open basement. Okay.
In fact, right now, I'm assuming we need only 50 mm. It might be even less, because we need to really look at what is current thickness of the tile and screed.
Okay.
Once we remove that, if it is 70 mm, then we need to increase 3 centimeter. I don't know right now, but maximum would be 5 centimeter cup.
Okay. In terms of piping line, we can relocate anywhere. But
Okay.
please aware that in terms of weight increase, please
Yeah, cup. That's
aware on this. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, that's why I want to keep it minimum increase, so that, you know, we don't have to worry about like a structural load increase.
ใช่ Okay ค่ะ Please aware on this, that this is only one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Then last time, a couple of days ago, we talked about this MDB board. Are we considering relocating, or are we removing the cables?
มิดไม่เข้าครับวันนี้เรามีของปิดไปแล้ว
Yeah, I mean, what is the report from MIT? Are we changing any cables in the kitchen? I'm sure with new layout, you would be redoing the lot of electrical because equipment will be different. Our requirement and location would be different than current setting. So if we are redoing the wiring in this area, for example, in the main kitchen, is it possible to relook at this MDB location?
Can move.
Can.
But we make the new cabling.
Yeah, so if we are doing that, then it is a good news for operation because then from prep area to the main kitchen, we can connect directly. So we don't have to go this way and that way. I would still have this door, we would still have this door, but all my prep food from the raw prep area to the main kitchen can go this way directly. So that is possible. Then we talk about incorporating dumbwaiter. I don't know at this moment the second dumbwaiter, the location which we need to figure out, but it will be somewhere in this area. So what is possibility for upper level to do the structural cut out?
Dumbwaiter. Dumbwaiter.
ใช่ตัวนั้นเราเพิ่ม
จะมุกมา
So if we look at upper level, we are talking somewhere around this area. So, and as I understand from our last meeting that we will have a second F&B outlet as well, potentially, waiting F&B concept. It means I would recommend that we have two dumbwaiter, one for dirty, one for clean, and whether we do one dumbwaiter floor type and one what it is like a split type, that can be discussed further. So when we bring the second dumbwaiter, it means you have to cut the slab, right? That is a structural modification, whether that's possible or not, you know. We don't need answer right away, but I'm just asking the question, and we can keep it as a question in our list. This may need a further study or someone from the structure to answer later on. Yeah.
Possible คุณสุเรศ but we you know the preparation area, have you seen that we have a coffee machine, something like that? Nowadays the preparation area you can get out to way, right?
Yes.
If we create one more dumbwaiter, we have to close one side. Is that possible?
Yeah, I think yeah, Kun Prapin, depend on how we will do at upper level, and I need to study. We might even move this door position further away.
You want to close one side and then put the dumbwaiter there.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
That takes us inside the room. Inside the, I think.
But we have to study first,นะคะคุณ Yes.
Yes, Kap. And next visit when I'm coming there, physically look at in more detail what is possible, what we are thinking for new design. Where it's not possible, then what are the other options? So that's why I think I will come when Kun Shane is coming, but I will start with your engineering team and Kun Prapin, everyone.
Yes. Yes, ka. Somewhere next to the old one.
Yes, yes, then okay, last meeting we talked about relocating the bakery. As I said, I mean, there is a big advantage of improving with this option, we can improve the staff dining area and overall kitchen. However, we have to, I mean, everyone need to agree on a logistic that we will be producing bakery there and bringing it here. So, you know, the logistic of transportation of the finished bakery and also taking the raw material, let's say dry goods, because bakery will use a lot of flours and sugar and whatever, because all storages are here. So that is something I would like operation team to have some comment.
Yeah, for receiving the goods, that's a pretty far walk to the BA neighborhood. I mean, it's a lot of transportation, a lot of wasted time, in my opinion. But I mean, the bakery right now is kind of small. But I mean, if you looked at maybe moving the stewarding store to the end of the hallway, might not be too bad. You could knock down the wall if it's possible. Look at that, then plenty of bakery room, its current position. Because at the end of the hallway, we have a semi-stewarding store that's used for just big equipment. Plenty of room in there. Way at the end.
Okay. So on the right, okay, so we have this stewarding store.
And
And
if
then,
you go, yeah, keep going down all the way to the end of the hallway, there's a massive store right there. Underutilized right now. We can definitely do it.
okay, so if we shift the stewarding store here and give back this space to the bakery, it might
Sure.
work.
Yeah, and then you just, that back hallway in between the two buildings is also a little stewarding store right now. So if you put a door at the end of it, no change needed. It's perfect. It's just flopping it from one side to the other.
Yeah, so, I mean, like we talked in a last meeting that we were already talking, how to improve bakery, which we, compared to what you have right now, we have already made some improvement or suggested improvement, a bake off area in the center with a enclosed, you know, a pastry room, chocolate room, but again, it's smaller. So if we just store back, then we can make it nicer. Then we don't have to worry about logistic thing, because all your cold rooms, all your dairy chiller, your dry store, everything is around here.
Much more efficient. It keeps the team together too.
Yeah, right. So, are we all on the same page for bakery to keep it here?
Can I share my vision?
Yes, Kap.
Okay, Kap. The reason why I moved because of actually this is the store. Actually, this area function is store like a dry food storage room. It's not created for bakery. So whatever we happen now is just we force this area to be a bakery room. Actually, it's to in terms of ventilation, in terms of ventilation,
Okay.
hygiene, and fire life safety.
Okay.
It's not safe. Everyone know that bakery use a very high voltage, right?
Yes, Kap.
It's very high voltage, and the way when the in terms of experience, when you walk, you have to walk through kitchen, butcher, canteen. It not look clean enough for the bakery, right? From my side, I concern about the hygiene
Okay.
and also the fire life safety. One more thing is if we move to the BA kitchen, it's because nowadays everyone focus on this building, right? We let the BA without look, no one go there. So everything worn out without carrying, without people walking around. So if we move to the kit, that one is a proper in terms of hygiene and fire life safety. For the logistic, we should go to the motorbike, like a electric car or something to move things faster. This is my idea. But in terms of operation, I don't know. Mhm.
Operation
This is-
flexible. We're always flexible.
No,
Fine.
because for the operation wheel, we can use the electric, like a car or whatever for internal. Because nowadays for the laundry, we already use, we already use the like a car to move laundry from the Sai Thong wing to the building. It's same thing.
I think both the costs, Rapin, I think Kun Suresh has to just keep in mind for the holding area in the morning breakfast time, that's all. Otherwise, both are equally fine. There's no
So
real issue.
that is the one we have
Yeah.
to manage. But
Can be
this
done.
just comment. But
Yes.
in terms of operation, you have to prepare.
Yeah,
yourself.
can be done. Suresh, just keep
I
in mind.
I
for the
can be
morning-
wrong, but just because of nowadays, the phase 3 Sai Thong wing, no one take care, so that is worn out very hard. So we will invest a lot on the back of the house of phase 3.
So, Kun Prapin, thank you for explaining your vision and reasoning. Number one is, okay, if we move to where the Bon Appetito kitchen is, it will be completely new bakery. So in terms of investment or infrastructure, MEP service, it would be same as what we would have to do here. For example, in the current location, if we improve in this area, we will redesign all the rooms from what it is now. So it means new MEP, new ventilation, new ceiling, new air conditioning. And that would be in Bon Appetito, because currently, like we said, there is a big prep area and a lot of cold rooms. So we can, we have to remove that and we have to do bakery there. So in investment and infrastructure, I think the cost is same. So,
Right.
so that is a one thing. Now, second thing is about the logistic. So logistic, our receiving is here, our dry store is here. So in terms of the material movement and efficiency for the people handling the raw material and the bakery product. Personally, I believe this would be more efficient because this is also closer to Wing B. And also closer to other two restaurants which we are going to do at upper level, and also not far from our beach restaurant. So it is personally, I feel that this is more center than
Yes.
if in Wing E. If Wing E, everything we produce there, we have to send to all the outlet. We are not close, except Bon Appetito, which will be a new whatever outlet based on the concept. We are not close to the major area of the consumption for the bakery. Number one. Number two is also in terms of the manpower that chef can speak more instead of how to make a synergy and best utilize manpower. So this is just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Yes, you are right. You are right in terms of that. But in terms of fire life safety, how is it?
I think we have to, when we redo new design, it will have proper wood. I think whatever sprinkler system or myth has to redesign this area according to our kitchen. AJ and Chef, you have any comment?
No, I think, of course, everything will have its own challenge. We can work around operationally to suit what is required. Either here, it is small, it is dingy, there it is a little bit far. So both has its own challenge. So I don't think we can resolve all the problems. So we can go ahead with with, you know, because what Kun Propin is saying is also right, because the kitchen at the far end is never looked at, nobody goes there. It leads to pests and other issues because we're not really there. If the area gets used, then it gets maintained. And it gives us better opportunity to organize this area, you know, where the main kitchen is far better. Both are fine for us because both has its challenge.
I am okay with both option, Naka Kun Suret, but
When you
just
come to,
study
yes,
because
we have to
you
study
have to
that.
Kun Suret, we need to extend the bakery room or not.
Yeah, yes, Kap. If we
Yeah.
here, we have to extend.
Okay.
And I think also we talked last time that if, let's say, bakery moves out from here, then we have
Yes.
an opportunity to improve the staff dining facility. And
Yes.
also this kitchen overall. So staff in kitchen is quite tight. We can do nice sittings for the staff dining and everything else.
Okay. I leave it to you because for me, I think logistic can be solved.
Yeah, Kap.
Okay.
I agree. So let me think a little bit more and probably.
Okay, please.
Yeah. I have honestly, I have no answer. I am sitting on the fence now.
You are in the middle.
Suresh, let's also wait for John because we are also looking at for that restaurant is similar.
Yeah.
What concept comes out, what's the space available, what's required. It'll evolve, I think, in another week or so. Let Sean also come back.
Yeah.
He'll give us better clarity.
Right.
When you hear, then you can walk. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that the bakery like a factory.
Yeah.
Produce and then to support the outlet. At the outlet, you must have some unit.
Yes, Kap.
Something like that. Yes.
Yes,
This
Kap.
is another way to do, ka.
Yes, correct, Kap. Okay, so bakery we will like hold for a while, and then we make a move. Now, in terms of the exhaust fan locations and all, do we have any other issues from the hotel team in terms of smell or any other concern locations?
Right now, exhaust cannot be commented because it's an open kitchen. We are not isolating the kitchens, especially the sales and banquets. The doors are open. It's so. Once you start sealing off those areas, then you might have to relook at the design and the capacity of that. Right now, it's because it's open and we you know. There's enough ventilation coming in and out. But once you start closing off, I think it needs more.
Okay. Yeah.
Fans now.
I have calculated.
Yes, Kap.
I think we need to look at the main hood. I think now the exhaust is on the top of A building or B building. I'm not sure. A building, right?
A building.
Okay.
A building. And I don't think the what do you call efficiency is 100%.
Yes, Kap.
It's long time, and it's loud. The fan when it's function is at night time. Sound is like a effect little bit.
Yeah. I think.
From the
Yes, Kun Propin. So what we will do is when we redesign the kitchen, we will recalculate all the exhaust requirements.
And also one more thing is, if you stay at 301, 302, 303, which above the receiving area, kitchen, staff canteen, you was disturbed by all the smell, especially from the staff canteen. The staff canteen. I don't know where the exhaust is going out, but every time you can at at
Can smell it.
lunchtime, you can get smell and disturb the OBC.
I
And, and especially who the guests who very sensitive, who got to 01, 302, they will get mad because the view is car park and the smell is canteen.
I think we
So,
investigate that with mid-team, whether there any leakage from the duct or whether it's going out from the dining area itself. And another thing, discharge point, wherever the fan is, the noise and a smell issue, this I think in new design should be taken care by anything. So we will study that further together.
I think, yeah, nowadays the canteen, the no exhaust, only the fan out to the OBC.
Yeah, so that is the problem.
Yes, so please make a big note on this smell.
Okay.
And also now they can the receiving area, even it smell from the floor layer, because you have everyday seafood and everything without cleaning properly. Then the smell from the floor, like you go to the market.
Yes,
You can see.
Yeah, this was also our comment. This is a current layout, and receiving is happening outside. And in our new layout, we are proposing that the receiving and pre-wash happens inside the closed area. So as soon as it's unloaded from the truck, it should get inside the enclosed room.
Okay. Yes.
As well.
Because nowadays the floor is cement.
Yes,
and it's absorbed and it's soft smell.
Yeah.
Fine. The material not change to the epoxy or
I talk too much, like I leave to the operation.
No.
I personally can put cleaning Oasis towers outside.
Flooring needs to be changed.
Yeah. Falling material.
And covering should be done with air curtains so that the truck goes inside the area. That's all. And I think Kurun Suresh has covered that.
Yeah. I have also another question about current this CDU location for cold room. Is there any issue from the guests, from the noise or anything in this area?
We're not utilizing it properly now, so there's not much noise coming out of it. It's underutilized.
Yes, and also the heat from the compressor from the old cold room. You have to set up compressor, right? One is at the receiving area, another one is under the bridge, wooden bridge to the OBC.
Yeah.
This one create noise and heat. Because heat exchange.
Yeah.
Heat exchange. Yes.
Okay. So for the heat.
Perhaps it's very old. Maybe perhaps.
Yeah.
One is noise, which is a problem with the air cooled, and also the heat rejection. I am not sure if you can get the water from the cooling tower. We have a cooling tower, yeah.
You can change from the water cool,
Yes, correct.
not use the air cool. Now noise from the fan from the air cool and the heat transfer.
Yeah.
You can change the condenser because the water cool.
Yes, if we change to water cool, we can solve both problem about the noise.
Noise and heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suresh, this is Kumar. Suresh, this is Kumar.
Right.
Hey, about this, see, water cool, okay, it's good. The issue here is, that leads to more maintenance as we experience in many other properties, and shorter life because of the less maintenance, and also the water quality matters. Okay, if it's an open circuit, I don't mind. If it's a closed circuit, I don't mind. But if it's an open circuit, then I won't advise the water cool. Instead, I would rather advise going in for the remote condensers. Okay. So why can't we, go for remote condensers?
Currently, Kumar, it is a remote condenser located here, and it's still a lot of heat discharge here, and the noise, and the guest rooms are just above there.
Okay, in that case, okay, if it's water cool, you would like to have just a fresh water supply, or from the cooling tower, or the chill water. Three kinds of water can be used.
Yeah, I think we can talk to Meet if we can get the chill water instead of cooling tower.
Because if you use the chill water, then the load on the chiller will increase. Okay, or if you use again the cooling tower water, again the water is not that clean, because it's an open circuit, So I would rather advise to go for the closed circuit, closed loop system, like in the car, car radiator. Right?
I understand. Use the water from the chiller in a closed circuit. Yeah, like you do.
Yeah.
UNFCU. Yeah.
Okay. So we can deliberate this. Okay. All right. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you, Kumar. Okay, so these were key points, and I think it's quite good and positive about the cold room, about the drainage, about electrical CDUs. I think only now the pending decision or direction would be the bakery. Other than that, I think we are good.
It's not the quarter. Yeah. Yeah. But with the lead. ที่จะแยกเป็นเลขนะครับติกรีไม่มี
คุณสุเรศ
คุณประพินครับ
Yes. Next, if you see the building A, right, on the left hand side, you will see the locker, staff locker.
Yes, sir.
In case we move the staff locker and rearrange all things, bakery can be somewhere here. Is it?
Could be. ครับ
ผมไปล็อกเลยดีครับเบเกอรี่
ไม่แน่ใจนะดีไหม
I think that is option. Yeah, ครับ
ได้แล้วมันบุญเชื่อ
If cannot, then we have to, for my side, I have two options. One is pastry.
And then
this is
where we would move locker cup? We find some
on the left hand side now.
Yeah.
Next to the whole kitchen population,
Yeah, cup.
receiving area population,
Yeah.
right? Meat, food, seafood. Then the next one is staff locker.
Yes, cup. So if we take area for
Take the whole.
Yeah, cup. And then
we can.
cup. Then a locker will be moved somewhere else, right, cup?
Yes.
We have somewhere a location where we could move the locker.
Yes, and change to the GM office now. Okay, move to GM office. Okay, this is another option.
Yeah, that is actually also, we will study that and we will make a layout.
Right.
Yeah, cup.
Yes.
Okay.
Big, quite big area, this one.
Yeah, cup.
But first street food is you already have cold room.
Yeah, Suresh, another issue is I can see from the drawing, and there are about four chillers. Yeah. And all the condensers are clubbed into an area next to the receiving area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you club, then certainly that area will be very hot. And I think if we can dissipate it, distribute it, then that could be another solution. The moment we stack up and club everything, the condensers, definitely it's going to be a kind of that could be, Yeah.
What you are saying is that if we decentralize little bit,
Mm.
if we want to keep air cold, but if we go with chill water, I think then we can even do a enclosed room, right? And
Right.
then all problem of the noise and heat dissipation will be solved.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I will work this one
Sure.
with the MIT team and explore the possibilities.
And also the number of units, are they not not too much? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What we are trying to do, Kumar, at
Right.
this moment, the preparation area is little bit decentralized, like Bon Appetit to have 4 or 5 cold rooms, some of them use. What we are suggesting is we have a bank of cold room, which is for raw food and receiving areas. We have a preparation area and a post preparation. So for
Okay.
a vegetable, it's received, then it's clean, chopped, cut, packed in a GN pan or a vacuum packed way, and dispatched to a beach restaurant or to Bon Appetit or wherever you know to go. So they have then better control of quality, the cost, manpower, and everything. So that's why here number may look more, but it's same.
Okay, fine.
Currently, if I go back here, the number of cold room here is not much different. You see here, they have a vegetable chiller, dairy chiller, meat freezer, and there is a small chiller here as well. Plus they have a few in restaurants, you know, in kitchen.
Yeah.
So we are trying to make more centralized and efficient. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay, thanks. One more thing. It's a blessing in disguise. You know, your gas station, the so-called condenser units are next to the gas station.
Yeah.
It's a kind of advantage because we can heat up the cylinders, to empty the cylinders. Otherwise there will always be gas left out. This hot air could act as a kind of a
Vaporizer, right?
Yeah, vaporizer. Yeah. It's just a blessing in disguise. Anyhow, as we discussed, you can look into all the other options, the efficient options. Then we get. And one important request for me: all the cold rooms and the freezers, let them be remotely monitored. Okay, using the DDC controls, BMS. Yeah.
In our specification for all.
Okay.
We have a centralized monitoring and we have also out for BMS.
Super.
Yeah. So it's a part of our spec. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. I think just thinking about it more now, the locker can actually be utilized because that's our second locker. The first locker is closer to the housekeeping area, which is the most used. This is less used at the moment. I think this can be a great opportunity.
So what I might do even, I mean, since we are talking about taking this space and exploring, I will rework this area and we will have a what we call preparation area, raw seafood, raw chillers, everything in this area. So that becomes my raw prep area. Right hand side where I'm showing this prep area, it could become our bakery and linked here. So I will do a couple of options and see which one works better in terms of operation. Yeah. Okay.
Is there any holding freezers?
Yeah. So when we say in new layout, Kumar, so the logic would be whenever food is received, it's a raw food, it's clean. So they will just pre-wash and leave it in a raw food chillers. Then on the right hand side, if you see, we have a seafood prep or a meat prep, and then we have a holding chiller, which is called post prep chiller. So if meat is prepared or fish is prepared, scaled, it's put it in the container or a bag, It's designated for whatever restaurant's requisition, and it's in this holding chiller, and it's sent to them different F&B outlets, or it goes to the kitchen here on the right-hand side. So these are post-prep holding chiller for each product: seafood, meat, vegetables.
I think one more thing is we need to interchange, you know. You got the raw meat chiller, right?
Yeah.
Raw meat chiller with the raw food chiller, you know, you need to interchange. You should, right?
I didn't understand your question.
No, you have the raw meat chiller, right?
Yeah,
The extreme left.
yeah.
Yeah, that should be just swapped. No, that let it be there. The freezer remains the same.
So,
Whereas the freezer opposite to the freezer, internally with the door, the raw seafood chiller, they will get just swapped.
uh,
Now opposite to the freezer,
yeah,
you have the meat. It should be seafood, right?
where in a post-prep area or raw?
No, the raw. I'm talking about the raw. Both
Yeah.
raw. There are three raw.
Yeah.
The raw meat seafood.
Yeah,
Opposite to that, internally connected should be raw seafood chiller, right? Yeah, right. That should come to the left side, and the raw meat chiller should go to the right side.
no, because the raw meat chiller and raw freezer is internally connected, because most of your frozen item is majority meat. Thailand, we have a very little frozen seafood. That's why I opened that way, Kumar.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'll take a comment from operation. I don't know, but this is generally my experience. If you are in the frozen meat, seafood is, I would say, 90% fresh in Thailand. So that's why we are not opening freezer into seafood chiller, but we are opening into meat chiller.
I think it's fine if we just keep organized and keep our hygiene levels up. Shouldn't be a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this detail we can look at when we start doing further, review of the drawing. This was a general concept to how to improve the workflow and overall storage. Yeah.
This is much better.
Okay, so from my side, related to kitchen is only this. Then I want to talk about laundry. One second. So, laundry area, we have, as we know, we have a washer and flat ironer on one side and dryer and finishing on one side. So somehow we want to bring a bit more efficiency and synergy, but it's all filled up with different rooms. So I don't know, I would like to check if we have an opportunity to get one bigger room. I mean, this right now, the laundry machine and everything else is all right. It just need a general improvement for ventilation, for the ceiling and things like that. But operationally, we have to, at this moment, across, right? So this is a question. I don't know how we can improve.
I don't see that being a challenge, Suresh. It's a narrow corridor. It just feels like it is part of one. It doesn't feel like a corridor near there.
Okay, it's just going to the wing A, right?
It's just opposite to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we think that we can keep it, I would keep it as well, because relocate
no real issue for us.
would be a big infrastructure cost as well. So I rather do a basic improvement for the comfort and for the, things, but not do a major, because equipment, Kun Prapin has bought good quality equipment, is all Electrolux and
Yeah.
Mill and all, so I think there is nothing wrong with that.
No.
The only can merge the check away, separate only. And then the way.
But Kun Suret, we have to check all the pipe while and everything what do you call?
Yeah.
Rerouting
Yes.
now, because now it's vertical, too many
Yeah.
vertical, right? It's
Yes.
about the steam
Yes, cup.
sitting down.
Right. So I will discuss that with me, team, how we improve on the piping. Okay, so on laundry, I think we will do whatever, the we call is a basic improvement, but not consider any readjustment of the layout.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think for me, these were the topics on my list. Yeah, and a garbage, yeah.
โอเคตรงกาเบจครับมันจะมีพื้นที่ที่มันเป็นห้อง
Two beds.
เนี่ย
คอมไบห้องเดียวกันเลยนะ
yeah อันนี้ห้องอะไร
ผมไม่แน่ใจครับ
Okay, so one more thing, yeah, is about this room, right? Near the garbage. I'm not sure we can take, because we would like to make improvement in overall the garbage area. Yeah.
Oh, มันเป็น dry storage room, is it?
No.
Like a paper box,
Okay, yeah. So
I think dry store, yeah.
beer bottle.
Dry garbage,
Is
yeah.
it? ใช่ไหมประเทือง
What? What is? อะไรฮะ
ห้องนี้ใช่ห้อง
The garbage room.
ห้องแรก I think it's
ห้องแรก
dry newspaper box
Room.
bottle.
The box balloon.
บันไดเหรอ
ใช่ใช่
โตไม่ใช่เลย
ตัวเป็นอีกห้องหนึงที่
ว่าอยู่นี่
ว่างอยู่ครับว่างอยู่
Empty
ทางขึ้นหลังบอลลูน empty
มีให้อันนี้กาวโปย
ใช่ครับ
กาวโปย
ต้นสีเหลืองทุกอย่างครับ
ห้องขยะว่าเป็นห้องที่ทางไปขึ้นไปบอลลูนที่ข้างหลังอะ
แอมตี้
ใช่ครับ
เก็บกระเบื้อง
ไม่มีทางเดินแล้วขึ้นอีกทีข้างในเป็นห้องเก็บของจริงครับ
ต้นนี้ข้างหลังเป็นบันได
แต่ข้างหลังเป็นอะไรขึ้นบอล
ได้บอล
stuff yeah the stuff yeah ตรงนี้yeah walk to the ballroom
yeah, I think it is a way to the ballroom, right? Something.
Yeah.
So okay, never mind. I think we will not touch that.
ไอ้คุณสุเรศไอ้จับback to the laundry
ครับ
you can design we use the solar cell เนี่ย on it in good
Okay, so I think if we want to consider hot water for the
solar cell
laundry,
hot water we use in heat pump lah mid design I comment use the all energy from solar cell electric or because we run the on whole day or
yeah,
yes every time not night time we can get energy saving
yeah. I mean, solar cell in general, we can use anywhere, right? I mean, whatever
Yeah.
we use from
Yeah.
solar, whether we use
Yeah.
for laundry machine or
Yeah.
kitchen equipment, so that I mean, again, this can be studied, the location together with MIT team,
Yeah.
where the are going, whether they are going on the roof, and as you know now, these all solar cell companies, they do feasibility free.
Yeah.
hot water boiler
Okay. may I just comment, okay, because the only the work in daytime, or
Yeah.
you know, the battery we design for on all that, because this area use more consumption.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Any other comment, any other suggestions?
Okay. Nothing.
I have the question about the drainage along the way, along the walkway.
Yes, Kap, the big corridor.
About, along the walkway at back of the house.
Kap.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do with it?
Uh,
Because this one is cleared, a lot of snail, whatever.
So I would suggest if I understand because the corridor on one side is open, so I think the rain comes or whatever. And we were discussing with the team, whether you would do kind of a lure or some protection to protect the rain, but keep the ventilation. Because if you do enclosed corridor, you need air condition and all. And in resort, normally they keep the open corridor. I think some kind of a lure to protect the rain, that is the first part. Second is about the rain, because right now is like an open trench, long open trench. I would recommend that we do same like just a floor gullies and close the trench and do the proper pipe drain. The corridor is clean and we have every 10 meter or 5 meter the drainage point, smaller floor, something like that. And that's part of in my report actually we mentioned that. One second.
Gonna cover it.
So for time, yeah, we need to PU or epoxy. So, yeah, hygiene no. The kitchen, what kind of material for?
ในไอ้คูที่อยู่ตรงข้างทางเดินน่ะ
กัตเตอร์
กัตเตอร์ที่เราล้างกันอยู่เรื่อย
So this one, we are talking about this one, right?
ใช่ค่ะ yes
Open or
อันเนี้ย
cover?
No, PVC pipe.
Huh?
I think to do PVC pipes, close everything, keep only the smaller floor drain we would in the kitchen.
Easy
Just
fix, yeah. It's an easy fix.
I agree because we can use fire water to clean
Yeah.
anytime, right?
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Protect some something.
They.
Yeah, and then we can provide, the water points for a hose down.
Yeah. Good idea.
The corridor.
Clean.
What kind of material you use the corridor, the surface?
I think because this is outdoor corridor, either we can go with a PU or a good.
Or epoxy or PU.
A PU. I recommend PU because with epoxy you always have a moisture problem. So epoxy.
Yeah. PU better PU.
And it's heavily used. This corridor is heavily used with a lot of equipment, moving, banquet team, outside event team. This place is heavily.
Another thing to do if we don't want to do PU, we do like a floor hardener. So is a very heavy duty like they use in many of the loading areas, convention.
Cement.
Yeah, it's a floor hardener cement. Yeah.
No doubting. I worry about hygiene.
No, if you do a good floor hardener, which is a seamless, and it a nice smooth finish, then is no problem for cleaning,
Okay.
Kun Suret, your scope of work also cover the housekeeping station on the floor. Yes, okay. So that one we need to touch on the floor and setting.
Yes, come.
Okay, ka. I don't have anything from my side.
Okay, thank you, ka.
Thank you, ka.
Okay,
Okay,
so we may wrap up this.
yeah,
Your presentation and discussion in this workshop. We had agree on many items like the receiving area. We can press the floor for 50 millimeter, and we use the floor finishing new to make non-slip and make it good drainage and hygiene.
yeah,
And we may improve the whole room area and study in detail whether we can use a single one big ballroom, I mean, instead of the separate in other area.
okay,
And you improve the dumb weather and add one more dumb weather, whether the study about this F&B is suitable.
Yeah.
And we will change the location of the electrical load center by bid during this design. And basically we consider to be moved in the other area like Bonaventino or with instead of the staff locker in building A. And so I don't get the conclusion that we change or not. About the ventilation, we will improve the ventilation and use the stuff improve to make the food smell not to be outside. And for the laundry, we will have the layout that is fit to that area and the equipment is good enough. So we will improve just the ceiling and air conditioning and for the steam problem. And with the additional solar cell to be studied, the garbage area during the discussion is orbit, not to touch with that spare room. And let's think about the corridor outside that we have the drainage to be improved with the piping and the gully. Or the finishing will be by I ask to recommend the finishing. That's as a PU. That's all for the meeting.
yeah.
Is there anyone have any more issues, Anthony?
The chiller needs to solve what become the water cool, man. Can I change it?
ก็ผมจะมีเรื่อง chiller
That's,
Anyone?
thank you everyone today. I think was a great meeting, good feedback, so we can move forward with a lot of things.
And you still have another building to get this workshop arrangement again, right?
So I would like to now, 1 second, I'm just sharing my screen. So in terms of as built, we have got wing A and wing B. So wing B, I think, okay, laundry, housekeeping, that is quite independent for us to work on. On the F&B side, the sale restaurant, we would need to wait what we are going to do in the public area or in the front of house. Then we start work around the back of house based on the concept and based on the space which would be available to us. Another one would be wing E. I think if we can get the as-built CAD file, then we can study again. I'm very sure that we have a lot of space there and we can free up the space. If we don't move bakery there, then what else we want to do with that space? So that's something we like to study once we get the CAD file. And plus the key one is a beach CAD file as well. Yeah. The Ocean Beach Club CAD files.
Kun Suresh, what comment I have comment about the garbage room smell, the wet garbage room, how to have you the machine compact. So same the Singapore, I see the have the machine compact. The wet carpet they smell very bad.
Okay, so couple of things for a wet garbage or in general all garbage, but wet garbage, first thing is we would recommend that we have a wet garbage chiller because cooked food or a food waste decompose very fast once it's cooked, you know, the protein or it gets start rotting very fast. So the air condition is not good enough to hold the food waste. It should be at 6 to 8 degrees C, number one. Number two, in our design, we use a ionizer. So ionizer is basically an ozone generator. It will continuously kill the bacteria, viruses, whatever in the air, in the garbage area. So we would have that incorporated in our new design. And even a dry garbage area or even empty bottle area, it always smells because even empty can or a bottle, it has a leftover drink, it has a leftover beer. So the yeast or a bacteria grows. So those areas should be properly air conditioned with an ionizer, with an ozone generator. Another thing nowadays they do is, okay, for cleaning, you use either chemical or you use an ozone cleaner. So that keeps all your garbage area very, very clean.
I have problem with when the contractor come to take out, when open, the smell go to lobby to allow the hotel.
Okay, so I think it's as I said, if the handling itself, the storage itself is not smelly and the garbage has not deteriorated or decomposed, when you it would have less, you know, the smell exposed. Second thing is from the operation, whether the garbage bags are properly tied up, because when the people come to pick up, you know, they really not properly. They just, you know, throw the bags, the bag might be broken, it might be dripping. So that is something, you know, I have to manage operationally. But from my side, from design side, that is what we can provide: the garbage room, the ionizer, the proper cleaning. But on filling and loading, I don't know. It's beyond my, you know, control.
Okay.
Okay, come.
Okay.
Have anyone still have a question? I just asked whether in detail of your equipment in the report, do you need to have another workshop with the team of?
No, I think our report in general is clear. Engineering team can scroll through, and if they pick up anything, they want to comment anything, they can let us know. Because it,
about position for the editing there. Let me check my team. Let me check. Okay.
So
let we get the next workshop whether we get the answer from the operator.
yeah, right. And as I explained earlier, is basically 3 category. One is a stainless steel table and sinks, and all can be can polish, reuse. Another category is the equipment which may be suitable to reuse because some of them might have been purchased few years, need some repair, some cleaning, some accessories. Another one is end of the life, which is used long enough, quite poor condition, not meet with the hygiene, safety the futuristic requirement. And when we redesign, we will base these comments and reincorporate accordingly in our design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we set the day for next meeting? We can make it by Friday, say 29.
29 Friday, I mean, you mean to review the equipment report?
Yeah.
I'm okay if, you know, team would like to discuss and go through that in detail.
Okay, so we will set the discussion again on next Friday.
Right.
Later in the morning time, okay? Let's say next Friday on at 9. Not too early for everybody.
Become much better.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you very much for this joy meeting. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you for,
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
have a nice day. Thank you.
วันนี้ใช่ไหม
You guys. เข้าเย็นมื้อเข้าเย็นมื้อ9 Bye-bye.
อีกโปรเจกต์
เข้าเย็นมื้อ9เหรอก็นี่เราเอาเครื่องล้างไปเรื่อยๆไม่ได้เขาเครื่องล้างของผมไปแล้วครับก็ก่อนพี่ให้เขาทำอยู่ไม่เหรอแล้วก็มีตารางด้วย
มันคนนี้ไม่ใช่ทำบ้าน
ก็มีตารางนะที่เขาทำไปก่อนหน้า
ไม่ได้เดี๋ยววันนี้บางทีมันคนเดียวถ้ามันเดียวต้องผสมคนอื่นก็ได้ที่สอนกันว่ามันก็เกี่ยวเลยแต่ถ้าบางทีมันเป็นเดี๋ยวพวกไทยเทียมนี้เป็นเล็กทั่วไป